name is Joshua Chibueze. I'm co-founder of Piggybank.ng. Piggybank is a simple online savings platform that helps people save little amounts of money. You can choose to save daily, weekly, or monthly, automatically or manually. So Piggybank also has that disciplined period attached to it. So for example, we have 4 fixed withdrawal days in a year where you can withdraw your money for free. Outside those days, we charge you a 5% early withdrawal fee. Now, how did this all start? Right, it was sometime in 2015 where there was something went viral on social media where someone was able to save 365,000 naira from putting aside 1,000 in her saving box. So she broke that box and then she took a picture and put it online, and it went viral, and everyone wanted to do a 1,000 naira challenge. So everyone wanted to save 1,000 naira every day. You know, it was a challenge and people were willing to buy saving boxes. I actually ordered my own box. But then we thought to ourselves that, okay, we might not have the time to always remember to put money inside that box every day. You know, we have travels, we work every day, we're very busy, so you might forget. Also, is it really that safe? What happens when you break the box? You might not even remember to buy another box, right? There are days where you might need money so badly. So the thing is, we wanted something that would automate the process, and thank God we had the technical expertise to carry it out, and then we executed in a few early January 2016 we launched Piggybank.ng, and to date so far we have about 15,000 users currently saving on the platform. Well, it's I'd say Nigerians, it's very hard to save in Nigeria, especially when you don't think you're earning as much. That's what most people think. You think they're not earning as much money and they shouldn't be saving. You see someone who earns about, let's say, 50,000 naira and has responsibilities of about 100,000 in a month. A lot of Nigerians are living above their means. A lot of people need to absolutely save a certain percentage of their income every month, but most of them don't have any means of actually saving this fund, so they turn to things like Ajo or cooperatives, or some of them even have boxes at home. The banks don't help. You know, for your savings account, they give you an ATM card and they actually encourage you to withdraw your funds or to spend. So it's something that has to be educational. So what we try to do with Piggybank is to educate them on the benefits, teach them, like telling them, okay, yes, you earn 50,000 naira, you can start saving as little as, even if it's 100 naira every day. When you start to learn, or when it starts becoming part of you, you've started saving, and you can always increase what you're saving. So it's more like teaching them and encouraging them that, okay, no matter how small, no matter what you earn, you can actually save something, and it's pretty much a responsible thing to do as an adult. Okay, so the thing is this. First things first, one of the things that differentiates us from every other platform, every other bank, is the fact that it's our discipline period for withdrawal. I mentioned earlier that we have 4 fixed withdrawal days every year where you can withdraw your money for free, and outside that we charge you a 5% early withdrawal fee. That also ties into the fact that we give our users 6% annual interest on their savings. Now the reason why we can give that high is because our costs are low, right? So with Piggybank.ng, you don't have to walk into any branch. We don't have branches per se, right? We just have one office in Lagos, and you can download the app from anywhere you are in the world. As long as you have a Naira debit card, you can actually save in your platform. But we're actually venturing out into other channels like USSD and all. So it's very, very easy it's safe, it's easy, it's secure, it's very, very convenient, right? It's you don't have to worry about anything. It's just like you've set up a standing instruction on your bank, and then it just works automatically like that. Well, the reason Piggybank also works with banks across Nigeria, so regardless of the bank you use, as long as you have a MasterCard, Visa or Verve card, it works perfectly.
Yeah.
So this is how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saving on piggy bank. Money is saved on piggy bank. You can withdraw any day,
Okay.
right? But then you have 4 days in a year where you can withdraw for free.
Okay.
Outside those days, we charge you a 5% on what you're withdrawing.
Okay.
Yes. So it's just to say, keep your money in for at least 3 months. After 3 months, you can take out your money for free.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the things people like about the platform. Yeah, so the thing is this, withdrawal days fall between, so our first withdrawal days on 31st of March, second is on the 30th of June, 30th of September, and then 31st of December, while the interest days are 1st of April, 1st of July, 1st of October, and 1st of January. Okay, so piggy bank as it is now is just a service, right? So all the funds are securely held by our partner bank, which is UBA. So once you're saving, the pool of funds for everybody goes into an account to UBA that's managed by UBA. So it's pretty much very safe now. So when you're setting up your account, you also set up an account where you want us to transfer funds to anytime you make a request to withdraw. It's very easy to make a request to withdraw. You can just download the app, just make a request, and then money will be sent back to that account you set for withdrawals. Okay, so the thing is this. One thing this helps do is create data, right? So you're saying someone has been saving for the past 2-3 months. You can see a pattern. You can study that pattern. With that, you can generate an algorithm around it to create some form of credit score to be able to offer more financial services to that person, like loans. So it's what it does is that it helps with data. So it's data you can actually monitor, manage, and use, in future to actually give loans. So eventually we're going to go into loans. For now, we just do strictly savings, but eventually there's going to be loans. You visit the website Piggybank.ng, or you download the app on the Android Play Store or the Apple App Store. Everything is very easy from the app, right? All you need to do is you can either set up an autosave.
Okay.
So the autosave is like a standing instruction. So every day, come and debit my account with 500 naira. That's a standing instruction. That's the autosave feature. Or you can use the quick save feature. Now the quick save feature is manual. You go into your account and then you transfer the money from your own bank account to your piggy bank account. It's very easy. It's free of charge. There are no charges. So that's one of our selling points too, because there are no charges for transferring monies from your bank account to your piggy bank account. So it's very easy. You just you either use the auto save or use the quick save. Okay, so I'd say, we've had experience building platforms for over 7 years now. We started right out of school, Covenant University actually, and we've grown to understand the space, and we're glad we have partnerships with companies who are helping us achieve our goals. So we currently work with Paystack. Paystack is one of the very, very good fintech companies. They help us with processing payments from the cards, and then we also work with Flutterwave. So Flutterwave, they help us with disbursements, right? So I think it's a win-win situation for everybody in the ecosystem, especially in fintech, where because we can leverage all our services together to build something that is unique in the market and something people actually want to use. Okay, so the thing is this, right? You cannot do everything by yourself. And that's the truth of the matter. We cannot say today we want to build our own Paystack or we want to build our own Flutterwave because we want to control the entire value chain. I think it's stressful. I think they do what they do. They're doing it very, very well. And it only makes sense to actually partner with them to achieve your own goals. So it's best you focus on your key responsibility as a company. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do savings? Do you want to do payments? Or do you want to do disbursements, right? So we're particular about savings, and that's what we're focused on. So every other thing we need to achieve savings, we'll be glad or we're happy to partner with existing technologies in Nigeria who are offering those services. Yes, so we've had tons and tons of investors who have approached us, who have given us money, and interestingly, we've had a lot of local interest, even from banks. We've been offered an acquisition even last year. We've had a lot of huge interest from the banks. We're currently talking with all the banks. They're very interested in the product and they want to see how they can partner to, leverage the platform. So investors are we're not worried about them. I mean, there are so many of them. So it's just for us to choose the right ones and not just collecting money. It's you have to collect smart money. You have to choose investors that will propel your business to where you want it to be. So investors in Nigeria I think once you have a very good product and your customers are speaking for you, I think it's a no-brainer. Investors will definitely approach you. Yeah, as much as lending might look very big, but savings is also very huge, right? You actually need a lot of money to create some good level of brand awareness. We also spend a lot of money on tech, like the website itself, the apps. It's a whole ton of money. Like trying to optimize the platform to run automatically costs a lot actually. So it's not that easy, and there's a lot of attached costs. Also, we have personnel costs, that's human capital. So you need to hire the best people. You need to hire the best investment analysts to actually help you with this thing. So it's I would say it's not that easy to do, right? Because there's so many costs attached to it. But you have to be able to understand your unit economics properly to be able to make good decisions. I would like to appreciate CBN for the effort they're actually making into, embracing fintech in Nigeria. Currently on our advisory board, we have someone in the CBN, the CIO there, and it's very interesting. But what I would like to point out is that you cannot just start out like that, right? So Piggybank currently is a product of a microfinance bank, although all the funds are held up in UBA, but the microfinance bank is a registered bank with CBN, NDIC insured, so everything happens through that angle. So we don't have any bottlenecks per se currently. So the thing is this, to use Piggybank.ng, first of all, you need to have a bank account before you can use the service, because you need to have a card, right? And because you have a card, you already have an account to the bank, right? And on Piggybank.ng, it's just like operating a mobile wallet. So it's like paying for stuff repeatedly. Do you understand? So we have information on the platform where you can actually enter your details, name, email, phone number, all those things, email addresses, next of kin, BVN, and all those things. So it's easier to match those things. Well, I think I like the fact that they are trying to create like a sandbox where companies can actually come together, be in the same room with these regulations we're talking about, and try to speak to somehow address some of the challenges we're facing as companies. So I think they should create more, I'll say, forums, more conferences, seminars, to bring people in this same space together to come and have some sort of deliberation, as to what to happen, what can change, what can be better, in the space. So I think they should just create more awareness and try to bring people together and not just operate in their own space, because fintech is fast rising, not just in Nigeria, not just in Africa, around the world. So they need to start seeing these things more, and they need to create more awareness. Right? I had something happening in Ghana recently. They called it I think it's a fintech week in Ghana, where they had those kind of things. Those are the kind of programs I want to see in Nigeria, where they actually bring a lot of stakeholders from the Ministry of Finance, to just come together to see how we can make these things better. Also educating the public that, okay, this is the difference between these platforms and those other Ponzi schemes you have, right? These are the right ones. This is what you should sign up to, and this is what you should not sign up to. So basically, a lot has to go into education. Nigerians are very skeptical about anything. Nigerians have trust issues. They don't want to use their card online. They don't want to do anything. So there has to be a lot of education, like government informing the public. This is what you should know. These are the new fintech companies that have been approved by us, and you can feel free to put your money or trust them, because it's as if Nigerians are left at their own mercy. Do you understand? So it's I think it will be very nice if the government can come out and come up with such programs, have something to say, okay, yes, this is what's going on, this is what we advise, this is what we don't advise. Well, 5 years ago, I wasn't thinking, I never thought I would do fintech. I just started out trying to solve a problem. I mean, we as co-founders, all 7 of us, we're just passionate about solving problems. We started with solving a problem in unemployment. That's why we created Push CV, and then we entered into Piggybank. So we're just more of problem solvers than creating industries or foreseeing how industries. But then when you're in this kind of space, you need to be able to educate yourself. You need to be able to project into the future to see how your industry will actually stimulate growth in the economy, or how you can actually help provide solutions that would help everyone. So I think there was no looking back. I wouldn't say I saw this, right? But then you can only say everything you have learned over the years have contributed to making you the best fit for what you're doing right now. So everything is an experience, right? So right now you're learning, you're improving, making adjustments. So prepare yourself for the future, because the future is digital, right? In a few years from now, I mean, everything is going mobile, right? It's very easy. So you have to be able to prepare for that and learn new trends, understand trends, so that you're not caught behind. So I'd say there's a lot to look forward to. Nigeria is I like to think is a large market, although we won't see the 180 million people. You have to scale that down to the number of people that have smartphones. You also have to scale that down to the number of people who have access to data, right? So, and it's a lot, right? And digital is huge, right? When you talk about digital, talk about financial inclusion, bringing those market women into digital. There's a whole lot to be done. There's so many people who are still underbanked today. There are people who are not properly served. There are people who don't have access to core financial services, and those people need to be brought into the system. So there's a whole lot of work to be done. The opportunity is massive, right? Very, very, very big, and I would encourage everyone to actually try to put heads together to see how this can be very, very lucrative in the next few years. So it's huge, and the opportunity is very, it's there.
And they are still doing
So the thing is this, we started out, we haven't done any major marketing since we started. Yes, this has all been organic.
wow.
Yeah, so this is just people getting a good service and telling their friends about it that I got a good service. This works for me, so sign up. Although we're starting our first wave of marketing very, very soon, so yes, I'll say it works. It's tough, but it works. But it's, because the thing is, when monies are transferred from your account to your piggy bank account, there are actually charges, but we bear those charges. Do you understand? The customer is free to the customer, but we bear those charges. So I would say there are costs. It's a bit difficult, but in the long run, we know it's going to be very viable. So every month there's a float of money that goes into the pool account with UBA. So they do whatever they do with the money, and then they pay us a commission.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.